What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Real Cozy Talk. I'm your co-host Ty, my lovely wife, co-host Nella. We're here to bring you real topics, real views, and real cozy vibes.
I know that's right.
Please subscribe, please like, please share, please
Comment all the stuff to get the algorithm to do the algorithmy things.
Just follow us on all the socials, the gram, the book, and TikTok as well.
Yep. And we are Real Cozy Talks across all platforms.
For sure. What we sipping on tonight?
We keeping it simple. We are sipping on some Prosecco, La Marca. It's very simple. I just wanted something light tonight. So that's what we're on. But cheers to episode 5.
Cheers. I almost said episode 4. I don't know why I want to keep going back in time. Cheers.
So I gotta ask. How you been? How you been feeling? What's been going on?
Well, you know what. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. The real story is you got a birthday coming up though.
I know. What you making it about me?
Yeah, you got a birthday coming up.
I do.
How you feeling?
Blessed and highly favored.
How old are you be?
None of your business. I'm kidding. I'm gonna be 34. And I'm really excited about my birthday. I don't want to do anything other than, I don't know, go to a nice little dinner on the weekend. But I don't want no gifts. Don't give me nothing. I'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. When I say that, you don't like to listen to me.
I know, but I'm different. I really don't want anything.
Yeah, okay.
And you probably don't really want anything, but
I don't be wanting much.
Yeah.
I got life, health, and strength.
Yeah.
That's
all
good
that
though.
Matters. That's all. Man, I feel like the new year starting out a little ghetto now. No, it started out great.
Yeah.
And then not so much.
Why?
I don't know. I guess when things don't go as you plan sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to remind myself that it's a season. Life is meant to have its ups and its downs. And it is what it is. I'm just going to keep pushing forward. And gonna look forward to better times throughout this year, because right now it's ghetto. It's ghetto. Yeah. But all will be well. I'm trusting and believing in God, honestly.
For sure it will. But to get into some real ish.
Let's get into some real ish.
Talking about toxic family members.
Dealing with toxic family members. Do you have any?
Of course. I think we all do. I think everybody got toxic family members.
Why'd you say that? So of course.
Everybody has toxic family members. It's just depending on what you think is toxic though. Because all family dynamics are different.
Yeah.
But we all have them.
Yeah.
You at least have a few.
I will say this. I'm not saying I don't have any. I guess compared to some stories I've heard from other people,
mm-hmm.
I won't quite say that I have like way too many toxic family members or anything like that. But of course, some toxic situations, have arrived in my life.
Yeah.
How do you deal with toxic family members? Like toxic situations, because I won't say that everyone has someone that's a toxic family member, but you definitely at least deal with some sort of, some people, I might be projecting, but at some point in life, something may be toxic within a family dynamic or just the relationship. How do you deal with that?
I think obviously it depends, but it also depends on like the stage of the situation. If it's something new, a lot of times everybody feel like they may have to chime in a sense to kind of like hash out the situation. But when it starts becoming a continuous thing,
mm-hmm.
then I think that's when everybody starts going into their corner. Like, you know what? I can't. Like, this is just.
Like, I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this. This is just that situation that's just going to keep continuing, and I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's one-offs though. It might be like a funky situation to where it's like, dang, this is very new. So it brings like family members together because it's new when you're trying to figure out what's going on, like how does this come about or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Like a toxic situation within the family.
Exactly. But but brand new stuff is what I mean.
Right,
Especially when you're not used to going through anything like that all the time. But when you have certain individuals that are just, their personalities and their characteristics just continue to always steal the show of a certain situation,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh Lord, okay, that's just so and so.
Mm-hmm.
It just becomes that, like, that's just so and so. That's what they do.
So let me ask you this, because you're saying that's what they do. I know that people tend to say, well, that's just how they are. I'm not saying you think that way, but when you have those people that are so toxic, that come with so much drama consistently all the time, do you feel like you have the capacity to keep them in your life, or do you feel like there's this obligation, like, well, that's blood, you know how, especially older people, that's
Right.
family, that's your blood, make it work.
Right.
You know, and I'm just, how do you feel about that idea that, oh, well, that's family, so y'all need to hash it out regardless?
It's like, I understand, right? But at some point, you know, there has to be a fine line to where you got to put your foot down. Like, this is not what I want in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not doing anything to change your situation or whatever, then why do I have to feel obligated to continue to put up with something that I know I don't want in my life?
So you would be okay with cutting off a toxic family member? Do you think
For
that's
sure.
the best thing
For
to
sure.
do sometimes?
Yeah.
If they're not willing to change?
You have to.
Yeah.
Just because it's blood don't mean it's thicker. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
Mm-hmm.
it is family.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, though, some of these people are enabled.
That's very true.
Some of these people are
That
enabled
is
because
true.
it's like, if no one is really checking you, and they know who to do this around, but when no one's really checking you,
Mm-hmm. When you lean into that's just how you are. That's just
Yeah.
how they are.
yes, and it's like, you know, when no one's checking you, it's always the center of attention is on you.
Mm-hmm.
That means
just
you're
keep
also
on.
being enabled.
Yeah.
And if I continue to deal with that, then that means I'm enabling you in some kind of way.
Yeah. That's very true. Because you're making it seem like that behavior is okay around you when it's.
Exactly. So
Have you had anyone try to impose like toxic, views, I guess, like their views that were considered toxic?
well, of course, like, I mean, for okay, so for instance, you may have a situation like, let's say you have a family member that always asks you for something, and the moment you say no, that's what it is. That is toxic,
Mm-hmm.
because what you're trying to do is you're trying to manipulate me
Mm-hmm.
into thinking that this is what I'm supposed to do. It's like, no, like, when does that get reciprocated? I'm not even looking for that, actually. It's just, there's also a two-way street. You can't continue to treat people that way
Mm-hmm.
and think that nothing's supposed to happen, especially with me.
Yeah.
I mean, because it just gets uncomfortable
Yeah.
after a while. You know, it gets very uncomfortable, and yeah, like, I just think that when you allow it and you are always in the midst of it and condoning it, then you're the problem too.
Yeah. Oh my God. When you're participating in the toxicity, then it's just kind of like, because people are really quick to say my family is toxic and this, that, and the third, and then they don't even realize in the midst of saying all that, like, you're just as toxic as them sometimes.
Yeah, because you like it.
You obviously like it because you continue to stay in the midst of the foolishness that is going on.
You like it.
You gotta have, when you come, that just made me think of a good point. When you do come from a family that does tend to have a lot of like negative, I guess, situations, whether it be arguing, fighting, just manipulation, whatever it is, if you can recognize that, sometimes you might need to do some self-reflection and be like, look, let me make sure this, because it's learned behavior a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
So sometimes you do have to check yourself and be like, am I contributing to this level of toxicity in my family? Am I contributing to the constant arguing, the bickering, the drama? Like, sometimes you got to check yourself. Like, I've had moments where I had to check myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be like without even realizing it, like maybe participating, and there's nothing wrong. Look, I'm gonna get a little tea every once in a while, okay?
Right.
But at the same time, if you find yourself, even if someone's always calling you to update you on the same story, aren't you kind of participating in it as well?
Yeah, you are. You are, because if you're sitting there listening to it all the time, because you could easily be like, you know what, I don't want this.
Exactly.
I don't want to deal with this right now. So let me ask you, when it pertains to money, right? Because that's a big thing that create toxic environments as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you get $2 million tomorrow, right? Do you feel like you owe your family a conversation?
Which one?
Like,
you talking about the ones in this house?
No, I'm talking about like your family, your family, not the ones in this house. I'm talking about your entire family. I'm talking about aunts, uncles, brothers and sisters and everybody, because I'm only saying it because you'll have some people that think that, you know, you the one that made it. So you need to be pouring that back into us, the family.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know I had $2 million. I wouldn't tell a soul. And I'm not saying I wouldn't share a little bit of it. You know, I would share a little bit of it to specific people, a very small group, but I wouldn't even tell them that I did it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but people do tend to feel entitled to the things that you have, especially when you come from a situation where, like, you may have grown up in a little bit of, you know, poverty or hardship or whatever. And when you make it out of that, people feel like you do owe them this. Like, no, why can't I owe you a conversation on how I got here?
Right.
Like, and you know me, I'll give you some stuff. If you need something, I got you. But sometimes people do take it too far with, you know, feeling entitled to what you have.
So how do you deal with toxic situations?
Now, I kind of remove myself a little bit. I haven't had to cut anyone off in my family. Let me think before I lie. No, well, I haven't.
Yeah, I mean, you sure?
Look, that wasn't me. Look, that person cut themselves off from the family. So I think that person's going through their own little thing. Okay. At first I thought it was just me, but I'm like, oh, you don't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
In the family. But no, as far as me, now that, you know, I'm grown or whatever, you know, now that I'm more confident in saying what's on my mind, because before I wouldn't do that. Like, I'm going to tell you, like, that makes me uncomfortable, or I don't agree with this, or this is how you live your life. I don't want to live my life that way. Like, I set firm boundaries. And I think sometimes it can be perceived as mean. Like my little sister, I think now that she's older, she realizes, like, she'll tell me now, like, you know, like, oh, you're not, you know, mean. You just know what you will and won't allow in your life. Whereas me, I'm going to allow certain things to, you know, people to kind of walk over her sometimes and things like that. She's just a lot softer.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know, and feels a lot more deeply than probably I do. I feel deeply, but I think she feels even more deeply, which is why she allows that to happen. But child boundaries. Nope, I didn't pick up the phone. Because if it was that important, you could text me. If it's a toxic situation or a toxic person, I don't have to participate. And I don't have a problem with either telling someone that, and if I'm not going to tell you, my actions definitely will.
Would you be okay with cutting off someone that's completely close to you and your family? I'm talking about like your brother.
It would hurt. But yes, for my own sanity, like protecting my peace at this point in my life, especially when I have kids that are looking at me and how I handle situations.
Yeah.
Bye. I love you from a distance. If you needed anything, I'll still be here. Like if you really needed something, I'll still be here. But as far as us continuing to talk, I'm straight.
But see, that's the thing too. It's like you'll get frowned upon for wanting to just create your own bubble and your own environment for what you want.
You do. And it bothered me at first.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with that now. Like, I am okay with whatever narrative you want to paint of me. I'm okay with that. Like, it used to bother me. I'm like, oh, she probably thinks I'm mean. Oh, she probably thinks I'm stingy. Oh, she probably thinks... Baby, think it.
I think it's an entitlement thing and an enabling. I think, like, those are the main two things when it just comes to just toxic relationships and situations. You are entitled, you feel like you're entitled to somebody's success, money, or not even only that, but just entitlement in just other ways, but also the enablement piece. Who is checking? There's no one checking you for this energy that you always bring.
And that's why the energy continues to be that way, because no one's checking them. And when it's situations like that, I'm going to be over here. You're going to be over here. I learned that from you, actually.
Yeah, man, you gotta remove.
I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta start standing up for myself. Like I gotta, like this doesn't make me feel good, so I have to say I don't want this in my life anymore. And I'm not saying it like, oh, I don't care, you out.
Yeah.
No, I care. I still love people that I have to, distance myself from and all that stuff, but I matter more.
Right. We just gotta have boundaries.
Because you matter more to yourself. Hence why you sitting up here acting up like this.
Yeah.
You ain't thinking about me.
But that goes back to what I'm saying though. The moment it's like the bigger person too, right? It's like Nella, not you.
Yeah.
We're not used to.
Right.
You have to be the one to change. It's like, why I always got to be the bigger? Why I got to keep taking the high road? Like sometimes I don't want to do that. Sometimes I want to,
I feel you.
say what
I
gotta
definitely feel you on that. I feel you in that because you're so used to always being the person who sets boundaries, the person who's not going to be in this and that and that and the third. And when you do get on their level a little bit, it's just like, whoa, I can't believe you. What do you mean? Do you see all the stuff you've done for the last 3 years?
Right.
And you can't believe me?
Right.
I can't believe you.
Last 10 years, 15 years. The moment you start changing, it's like, now you're uncomfortable? I've been uncomfortable for 15 years.
Listen.
Now you uncomfortable.
Now your feelings hurt. Now I'm the bad guy. I'm like, look, and that's why I'm just like, whatever narrative people create of me, most of the time they're false anyway, or just it's bent to fit whatever, to make their situation, make them feel better about themselves.
Right.
I'm okay with that. Like you gotta be okay with that.
You got to. So some takeaways. So what are some things we can take away from, I guess, not necessarily like learning. Well, yes, learning from toxic situations within the family. Like, what are some things that we can do to, I guess, help ourselves? Because we can't always change the situation, right? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's just so many things that are involved.
I think the first thing is checking yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing when you're stuck in a house with someone, you got to deal with that until you can, probably get your money up and get out. And that's a different situation. But if it's a situation that you can remove yourself from, I think above all, you can blame this person and say, oh, they need to get this and that together. No, you need to check yourself and your part in it. Right. Because even if you're just sitting there and someone's doing something to you, even if you're just like an innocent bystander in the toxic situation, sometimes you got to check yourself and be like, what part do I play in allowing this to happen? Some things are beyond your control in toxic situations, but I'm strictly referring to the ones you can control.
100%. I think just not to tack on to that, to not feel guilty for removing yourself, because that's another thing too. It's like, man, I feel bad, man. That's my blood. Like, did I do enough? My thing is, if you did a little bit, because that's me. I will say that I'll do a little bit, right? But once it's done, like once I do that one thing and it's still like, oh yeah, I did my part.
Right.
You cannot come to me and say that I didn't. That's in any situation.
No, you do. I've noticed that you do that. You're like, I'm going to just do this one last time to just ensure that I am actually trying.
Right. And that's why I just live with my decisions, because I'm like, no, I am comfortable with what I did and what I'm not going to do in the future. I'm comfortable with that because I tried. You can't deny it. I didn't have like a handful of those situations. It's like, no, I'm not tripping. You feel me? I am not I'm not tripping. So this is what we're going to do. At least this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to control what I can control. And that's how we moving.
Yeah. Yeah. If anyone's stuck in a toxic situation out there with a family, I send you my love, because sometimes it can be a hard cycle to break.
God be with you. But, but aside from those two big things, and also just being at peace with your decisions.
Yep.
Being at peace with your decisions, knowing that you're not crazy.
Are you at peace with your decisions?
What? I'm at peace with all my decisions.
Yeah.
All my decisions. But I'm also saying this not to say like, don't try, right? If you know it's a situation, I could talk to this person. Let me talk.
Right.
Let me try.
Communicate.
Let me at least try.
Because sometimes situations that seem toxic, sometimes when people will tell you a story and it does sound toxic, it's just like, maybe I just need a little bit of communication to work through this situation. So,
right, exactly. And that's what I was saying earlier about like some of the one-offs.
Right.
I was like, this is new. Let's have a conversation. Because that's pretty easier to deal with than okay, here you go. Here she go. That like clockwork, hit 15 minutes, and it's gonna be showtime.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that you know you can talk to or whatever, do your thing. But then if it's a continuous thing,
Mm-hmm.
now you got to start looking at yourself like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me go ahead and remove myself
I know that's right.
and
Well,
keep it pushing.
I love that takeaway. I love the takeaways of this conversation. That was a good little talk, but it's time for some hot topics.
Hey.
Why we make up all these random things to get
Oh,
into
no,
the
yeah.
different segments?
Oh no, I gotta get into the mindset of it.
No, for real. Okay, first things first, the IRS. I'm side-eyeing you. IRS raked in a record $4.9 trillion in taxes from Americans in 2023. $4.9 trillion.
That's a lot of money.
The people are wondering,
Where is the money going?
where's the money going? Funding wars.
Funding wars. But I mean, I understand the military, right? But at the same time, it's like we need 4.9 trillion.
Yeah, no, I do understand the military spending to a certain degree, and I know that some people would probably not agree. But I feel like we do need to have like a little pop in we do need to have a military that is strong. Period.
You damn straight, because the moment Russia and China detect, we over here, we slacking.
They're coming.
We sending more balloons.
Yeah, but they can definitely. I don't know the details, obviously, of how they're spending the military money, but still, they be doing too much. But my thing is this IRS. Okay, because y'all take a lot of money up off of us. Okay.
I know y'all watching.
Look, maybe I shouldn't say.
Say what you gonna say.
Look, no, I'm just saying. Maybe I shouldn't speak on these people. You know how they do. Come up missing.
I mean, what they...
No, on a real note, people talk about this all the time, but it's just like we get taxed, the middle class, oh my God, we get taxed so much. And it's just like, bruh, like it takes away so much of our money from our regular 9 to 5s. And obviously with businesses, obviously you get breaks and stuff like that. So that's a plus. But even still, like, I'll be rolling my eyes when I have to pay like estimated taxes and like... Look, Sandra sent her email. Sandra's our accountant. Estimated taxes deal on the 15th. This is what's coming out.
Unexpected money.
No, it's just annoying. But I just feel like, bro, if we are going to be paying this much in taxes as American citizens, I need to see more. Yes. And, you know, compared to some other countries, you know, people say, y'all complain too much, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get that. I get that we have a decent... Like, but it can be better. It can be better.
Yeah.
Look at the education system.
Trash. I mean, they really should be getting paid way more.
Teachers should be getting paid way more. Students should have more resources. People shouldn't be having old crusty textbooks falling apart. Do you remember that?
Of course, man. I'm talking about old, like falling apart.
I saw a little post on Instagram the other day, and the guy was basically talking about how you will have textbooks, and then it will say this on the first page. You know how it says this book belongs to...
I forgot about that.
Ty. I did too. I never told you about this, did I? He was like, this book belongs to Keisha. This book belongs to... And then the next year, they marked through it.
Man, this book belongs memories.
Do you remember when they have to start adding a different thing to... so that you can log more names? That means the book is probably 20 years old. Because if I'm using it for a whole year, y'all teach this from outdated textbooks. If I'm the 15th name on here,
yo, that's a fact. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I saw the post, and then I was just like, I'm reading the comments, and I'm like, here I was with my old. I said I thought this was normal. Let me know if this was typical for y'all, especially in elementary and middle school, mostly elementary school. But if it was typical for y'all's textbooks to have somebody's name marked through every single year. I did not know people were getting fresh textbooks and updated textbooks.
You ain't lying, yo, because our textbooks was old. I'm talking about falling apart.
Having to share with people.
Having to tape them.
The teachers having to print out papers. Remember, teachers would have to go to photocopy some if they didn't have enough textbooks.
Yeah, sure.
And staple it together. Like, here, for all you guys that don't have textbooks, I done photocopy this and staple. Here's chapter 3 through 5.
Oh my God, that's memories. Yeah, that's trifling.
And we're paying this much in taxes. And then not only that, the thing that bothers me is, okay, y'all take stacks out of our paychecks.
Stacks.
And then we turn around and go buy something and pay more taxes. And then we pay taxes on top of more tax. It's just like we are just constantly getting taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed and taxed some more. That's what pisses me off.
I'm talking about a lot of tax, man. By the end of the day, it's like all my money is gone.
I done got taxed to death. I done got taxed to death. Look, if you're gonna, I wouldn't even, if the economy was much better, tax me at this rate.
You get taxed for dying. Now how the hell you gonna tax me after I die? That just lets you know how crazy.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. Do better, America, the beautiful.
Jeez.
Do better. Next. Which one do I want to do next? Okay, I got one for y'all. The Hornets. The Hornets, look, y'all probably don't care about the Hornets, but this is the home team, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is the home team. North Carolina, stand up. We gonna stand 10 toes down.
Even though we got 8 wins. 10 toes.
Trash or not.
10 toes.
Even though LaMelo stay out with an injury.
Yeah, you're lying.
We standing 10 toes down. Look, we stand 10 toes down for real. We still go to the games. We buy club seats and stuff like that. Anyway, Hornets, the Spectrum Center is where the Hornets play. And they're updating the arena. Is going to have 2,500 additional lower level seats, more gathering spaces, elevated hospitality, and concessions. So I saw like visuals of it. I don't know if you had any time or if you saw their post or whatever about how it's going to look. But
I saw some.
I even though we trash, at least we can have a good time while they're.
Yeah, I'm still like wondering what it would actually look like with the 2,500 additional seats, the lower level seats.
Because it already feels tight down there.
Because it already feels tight, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is that going to look like?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
In the actual space, you know what I mean? You can mock up something, but like that actual space.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that actually go to the game too, so just seeing it filled up that way, and then you add 2,500.
That's what it says. Lower
additional
level
seats on the lower level, and then I guess when you really think about it, the moment you go around, you're probably already at like 1,000 almost.
Yeah.
When you think about it, so probably like 2 or 3 rows.
Maybe so. You know, that's a good point. They're probably adding a couple of rows.
Probably adding like a couple rows. Yeah.
I'm excited to see like the club experience if that's elevated.
You ain't lying, because like, you know, when we went and we had our experience, it was like you don't have to wait in line.
Look,
the food is different.
Mm-hmm.
The
food is different.
Food is a lot different when you go to the club. When you're in the club seats,
from what I recall, anyway, it's just
you get like, I'm talking about
the lines are short. You just go up to the bar, get your drink if you want to drink, order your food at the bar.
There's elbow room.
Yeah, look, if you haven't done it at least one time, and this is probably speaking from maybe a place of privilege. I don't know. You know, you got to be careful sometimes. Yeah. So I don't mean to be offensive if I am. But if you ever have the opportunity to do like at any sporting events, especially when they have a nice stadium, to do a club seating type of thing.
Yeah, do the club seating. But like I always tell you though, if I can't do the club seating, or at least
bougie.
Listen, if I can't go to the game and enjoy it the way I want to, I ain't gonna go to the game. I'm gonna straight up tell you though, I ain't going to the game.
Yes.
Them seats, I'm good off that.
Yeah, he's like, what seats are I don't want to go. Y'all, this child is bougie. And it's, you know what irritates me a little bit?
I ain't bougie.
Yes, you are a little bit. You have to accept that. People always turn your decision onto me. They look at it like I'm the one who did it. It's him. He's the one that, don't get me wrong. I don't like sitting in bad seats.
Oh, okay.
But it's him. He's the driving force behind the whole thing. I just go along with him because he's my husband. Concerts. Markeisha, if you're watching, did he not say he didn't want to go to 50 Cent no more if we were going to sit way back wherever?
But you got to think about it. How you going to enjoy that concert if you're going to be in the nosebleeds?
I get it. It's not even like nosebleeds. You be wanting to be right there.
I need to be able to see your nostrils. Like if I can't like see what your pimples look like, then I don't really. You feel me?
Listen, y'all. That be him. Okay. I'm like,
But
tell Nella. Nella had nothing to do with this. This didn't have nothing to do with me. He said it out his mouth, and y'all still taking it as if I'm the one who said it. He said it. I didn't say it. He
But
said it.
Keep it real though. Different experience though when you at
It
the front.
is. Listen,
it's a
I'm not
different-
complaining. I ain't complaining.
It's a different experience.
I'm
when you
not
sit at the front.
complaining. However, I'm gonna say 80% of where we sit is driven by him.
That's fair.
And then people, Ty would say, "Oh, we're gonna we want to sit here." Well, tell Nella. Nella didn't
Yeah, that's
say
a fact.
anything.
That
I
is
didn't
true.
say that.
Because anytime, if it's in any situation, that is true. I would
It's
say
with
that.
everything.
It's with everything.
Ty's like, I don't want to deal with this, that. Even if it's not a sporting event, if it's anything, I'm not. If he decides I don't want to deal with this person because it's too toxic, it's too much, tell Noah that it's gonna be okay. I didn't say anything. That was his decision. Okay, I didn't even know the situation existed. First of all. But it always falls on me. I hate that. I'm sorry to make your cheeks hurt, but my God.
That's true though.
Am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
Thank you.
You're not lying. You're not lying at all. I mean, a lot of it is
Most
me.
of it is him. 85%. I'm gonna say 85% of
That
the
might
time.
be a little high though.
No, I will say that I agree with you a lot of
Yeah,
times,
okay.
but I don't even think to say it out my mouth.
But you
That'd be
thinking
your
it.
decision.
You be thinking it
but
though.
when you say it, I'd be like, you know what? You way too far off with that one. Look, you said you ain't want to sit in 300s. I feel you, babe. we gonna see you after the concert.
Oh man, that's funny.
Next topic. Child. Another Boeing. I'm sick of y'all.
What the hell wrong with Boeing?
Every time I book a flight from here on out, I need to be seeing which airplane is going up.
Well, I mean,
Well, no, I guess it's
all of them
it's all-
Boeing. They all Boeing.
It is a lot of Boeing flights. Oh my God. So Boeing, a Boeing 747 was forced to make an emergency landing in Miami after flame shot from its engine during takeoff. And I just feel like, dang, like, I get that being in an airplane is safer than being in a car by far. But Boeing, baby, you need to stay up out the news.
I tell you what though, something happened up there. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It is safer, but when it happens, go ahead and start repenting.
No facts. That plane did safely land. However, I feel you on that. Sometimes you get a little fender bender in the car, but if the airplane finna fall, well, airplane safely land.
But I would say this though. I would say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say where it's kind of unfair on the airlines. We do expect for them to have perfection when it comes to putting these planes in the air, and I understand, like, right? We do expect that. There's very little room for error, like margin error at all. Like you cannot. I understand that, right? But at the same time, it's like things can go wrong.
That's true.
Things can go wrong.
And that's true.
When you
but
really
at the
think
same
about
time, with them costs, nothing better not go wrong.
The margin of error is slim for airlines.
I don't care. With how much we paying for flights, especially as 4 of us in this house, and Jada is not under 2.
Woo-wee.
I don't have time for no errors. Get it right.
I tell you this. I think I would say this. Anytime something happens to a plane, like I don't care if like if it did this, if something just happened, you put that plane away. Put it away, bro.
I think they normally do though, which is why that they're so safe. Like when that door came off on that other Boeing, a couple weeks ago, or whatever, they suspended operations of all the planes that were that model, and they did inspections and stuff like that.
Right, man.
So, America, shout out to you though. I'm talking ish, but shout out to you because we do have safe airlines.
You do have only like what 1 to 2 crashes a year.
Something like that.
I mean,
with,
that's
with
pretty,
big commercial, yeah.
That's pretty damn safe when you talk about 7,000 to 8,000 planes in the air every day.
That's facts. You know what?
I mean, that's next level safe.
Yeah.
I will
That's
say
facts.
that, but it's just that when you have these catastrophic moments, it's like,
So people like, I ain't getting on no airplane no more. Look,
I ain't getting on that
Expedia, Expedia.
Oh no, man.
I'll be there.
That's tough.
I'll be there. I'm still flying.
If you on that plane,
Yes.
even if you was on that one that started,
I'm more likely to crash than in a car.
But listen though, again, like I said last week, it's easier said than done, right?
It is easier said than done. That's why I'm gonna go to therapy real quick. Then I'm getting on my next flight.
Ain't gonna be real.
What you mean?
Real quick, bro. I'll be at therapy for a year strong.
Look, I'm gonna have to talk to the therapist on the plane. because I'm going.
Good
Next,
God.
Applebee's. Applebee's introduces a $200 date night pass for a year-long dining experience. Customers get $30 of food weekly for a year, and that's a value of $1,500. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself.
No, you need to expose them thoughts. Applebee's is trash. I'll keep it real with you. I'm sorry. If you like Applebee's, I am sorry. But Applebee's is gross.
Applebee's smell like wet rags. Applebee's smell like wet rags, doesn't that?
Mop water, just
Yes.
just moppy.
Yes. No shade. This has nothing to do with you if you eat at Applebee's. If you don't smell that
Do
smell,
with them.
I'm talking about Applebee's and my experience there. I have not been to Applebee's in, I don't know,
I'm talking about years.
maybe
bruh.
college. And even in college, I think in my life I've been to Applebee's 2 or 3 times.
Man, we talking about years.
Yeah. So when people be talking about, don't take me on all date to Applebee's and all, like when y'all start down in chain restaurants, I'll be like, all right now you a little bougie. Why can't you go on a little date to Fridays? That little Cajun pasta be busting. Look.
You ain't lying with that Tennessee whiskey
Yeah,
cake.
even it do be smelling a little like rags on Fridays too.
It depends on what Friday
It
is.
depends on the Fridays. You gotta
And
find
I
you a
guess it
clean
depends
one.
on the Applebee's, right?
I don't know. I haven't been to enough of those. However, I get that whole sentiment. No, I don't understand the sentiment.
Yeah, you
of
do.
you not taking. No, I don't. I don't get it. I don't get you little bougie people that say, "Don't take me here. Don't take me here." But when you say Applebee's, I feel you, sis. Don't take me to Applebee's.
But Olive Garden, Red Lobster,
I'm not gonna lie.
Texas Roadhouse.
Now the bread is good, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say don't take. I mean, I'm not dating. I got my man, but if I were single,
Yeah, speak it though. Yeah.
I don't know if I would be. We can go there on a date, but once we get acquainted, I'm gonna have to tell you, this is not my first choice.
So real quick, we got millions, right? You still don't want to?
It's not that. I just don't. I'm not a fan of the food.
No, I got what you're saying. What about Longhorn? Are they all in the same bubble?
To me,
Gotcha,
like I
okay.
went to Longhorn the other day. I gave it another chance. I didn't really like it.
The shrimp busting though.
That shrimp, it looked good, but I didn't taste it.
that shrimp
And in
buzz.
fairness, no shade to, I have not been to Longhorn enough. I've probably only gone to Longhorn 2 or 3 times as well. So I don't think it's fair for me to cast judgment on Longhorn, but I don't think there's anything wrong with eating at those places. That's the difference. I don't think people try to look at it like, that place is not good enough for me. And it's just like, who do you think you are?
But you kind of saying that for yourself. Right?
I'm gonna still eat there though. Like if it was a date, I'm not gonna complain to the man. But I feel like I could find comparable price foods that is not that. And I like some chains. I like some chain restaurants. I like chain restaurants, just not the ones that you're naming out. I told you I like that Fridays thing. I don't got no problem with it. It's just the food don't be that bussin' for real.
Yeah, I feel you, especially when you elevate, right?
I think that had something to do with it.
It gotta be. Come on.
I do. I have to. It's like I do think the way that people deliver their thoughts on that is just a little bit condescending.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
they make it seem like I'm above that, and it's just like I don't feel like I'm above anything.
No, but I will say this though: you just want better experiences, right?
I
You just
do,
get better
and
experiences.
honestly, I feel like once you eat, it's some expensive restaurants where the food is not that good. Like for me,
Very
Capitol
true.
Grill's not all that great.
No, they're not.
It's not that great. Like we've gone many times. The bill's always going to be a few $100s. And I don't think we've gone in a couple years because it's just like, it's not that great.
It's mid.
So it's not that. I'm just talking about the when you eat good somewhere. Like for me personally, even though it's a chain, I love Fleming's.
Yeah, but Fleming's though, but it's a chain, but it ain't like one of them regular like. I don't know. Fleming's. It also depends on which one you go to though.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true. But Fleming's is pretty good.
Yeah, Fleming's is be busting.
It's good. And it's a chain. I mean, it's definitely a more expensive chain, but it's, can we go to Fleming's? for my
So to
birthday?
keep it real, Applebee's just ain't.
Did you hear my question? I said, can we go? No, either take me to Fleming's or Perry's.
Or Paris.
Perry's.
Paris.
No, but on somewhere, I don't look down on people who eat at places like that. Just for me personally, I don't like the taste of Applebee's. And then, like you said, Olive Garden, I would eat at Olive Garden. But it has to be like set thing. I don't like the food that much. It's
But
not
you a
that
little
good.
bougie too.
A little bit.
But you
But I feel like you can be bougie without looking down on someone else's eating experience.
No, for sure. Yeah,
Right?
for sure.
That's where I land.
Yeah.
But baby, Fleming's me, please.
Ruth Chris?
Perry's me, please. Ruth Chris is decent.
Steak 48.
Steak 48 me, please.
Steak 48 bust.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if you ain't been to Steak 48, listen, I encourage you to go to Steak 48.
I like their food.
Busting.
Bust down.
That cream.
That creme brulee corn. Get the
Good
creme brulee
God.
corn, okay?
With the mac and cheese. Lord help
child.
me.
That's what
We'll
we'll talk
next
about
weekend?
that. We'll talk about that. We'll
birthday?
figure it out. Mm-hmm.
For the Steak 48.
Sure.
They might be
No,
booked
wait.
up.
Let me think about it. I'll tell you where I want to go. Good talk.
You know what time it is.
Apply
that
pressure.
That's so corny, bro.
So I'm going first?
Yeah, you need to go first because you try to apply all that. Yeah, you go first.
I'm going first. It's crazy that you mentioned something about money earlier, about $2 million. Because my question is, if you won $10 million, what would you do with it?
Obviously, you ain't going to tell nobody, right? But you telling me what I'm going to do.
You going to tell me?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Oh.
Wait. Should I not tell you?
I would hope.
What if I didn't?
If I found out, where's the nearest courts?
Nah, you'll be all right, man. I mean, I had to surprise you first. I'm gonna tell you that though. I'm gonna have to surprise you.
Okay, well, if it's on that tip, that's a little different than
It's gonna be that level.
You got $10 million and not telling me.
But you be asking too many questions though. It's like it'd be hard to surprise you. Tell me what is
Babe.
But what
Babe, no, you can't keep a secret from me. That's the thing. I can tell. You be like, taking her to this restaurant she would want to go to.
Like that, yeah.
Yes, it do. I be knowing. I'm like, oh, he's so excited to do this. So he's definitely a person who shows his love from like by doing things. He's definitely a doer. Like if I say my throat itch, I got Halls 5 minutes later. If I say I'm a little nauseous, I got hot tea. If I say my feet hurt, my feet getting rubbed. If my back hurt, he got me some icy hot. Okay, so he's definitely a doer, and when he does bigger things, I feel like you couldn't. And he's like, I wasn't gonna tell you, but like you just be so excited.
No, it don't be no, not always.
Babe, most of the time.
Were you shocked when you walked into that bedroom in college and that cake was on that bed?
That was so cute.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We were so poor, and it was so cute.
Poor shit.
We were so poor. Like
It's college kids though.
College poor, I'm sure y'all been there.
Poor.
Some of y'all, because some kids were very privileged in college, but we were college poor, and that was the cutest little thing. That was cute. He had a cake. I told him like I want to have an indoor picnic one day. I just casually mentioned it, and I got to his dorm room.
It was cake. It was
wine.
Yes, it was wine, but it was the type of icing that you like.
Whip icing only. That's the only
icing.
icing I eat. That's the only icing I love.
And we had like Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, that was so cute.
I think that was it.
Yeah, and you got a little teary eyed, and I thought that was cute. He was like, I don't know why I'm getting teary eyed. He didn't cry because I think I've only ever seen you cry once or twice, but you did get teary eyed when I saw it. He was like, I don't even know why. I didn't expect to feel emotional. Y'all, he's sweet for real.
Got a little emotional.
You're sweet, but come on, 10 million. What you doing with
10 million, what I'm doing, right? Obviously, right, I'm not even thinking about myself in a sense of like what I want. I'm going to get what I want. But I think I'm going to take at least $1 million and I'm going to disperse it throughout the family. Whatever that looks like cut up is what it looks like cut up. Mm-hmm. There it go. Ain't got nothing else. Ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
Ain't got nothing, right? Boom. And then, obviously, stocks and all this extra stuff, like in the way that I want to build my portfolio up, the way that I really, really want to. Mm-hmm. And the rest, man, I don't know, man. Like, I already told you it'd be like a big surprise for everybody in the house.
Yeah.
Everybody get like their own little surprise. Mm-hmm. Whatever that surprise is their own little surprise. The rest, though, I don't know, honestly, because I'm not like really a big spender.
Yeah.
So to know what to do with that, I probably sit on it for a little bit until I
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really like know what I want to do with the money.
Yeah.
But I sit on it for a little.
At
I'll be
least you'll
good.
diversify your portfolio.
Oh, for sure. Gotta
That's
do
the
that.
biggest thing. So okay. Good answer.
Okay.
What you got for me, Ty? What you got?
What's the biggest lesson you learned from your last relationship?
Child, I was 2.
Still a relationship.
The biggest lesson I learned from my last relationship. God. I gotta think about that. That's a hard question, Ty.
I know, man. You want another one?
No, I'll keep that one. The biggest lesson I learned from my last relationship. I guess I can speak from the perspective of, I was so young. Oh my God, I was so young. But I would say safe sex is the best sex. I don't regret my baby though.
No, I got you.
That is something I learned. I'm like, look, after that, wrap it up. It takes one time, literally. One time. They don't be playing when they say it take one time. I'm the prime example
They take that one
of
time.
it takes one time, okay? Because I was not out here just wilding out. I was not. Which is why I didn't think that would happen to me.
I can see why you would think that at that age.
Yeah, I was just like, can't be me. I be chilling. Like
that's a teenage. That's a thought.
Yeah, but
I can see why you would think. I can see why you would think that.
It take one little reckless moment and boop. 9 months later, got a baby in a baby carriage.
And that's probably when you're. Well, that's what I think. At least when you're fertile, you're more fertile at that age. Right.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Ciao. But it was a good lesson because I have the best kid in the whole wide world.
What you got?
Okay. Shaved or fuzzy? Doesn't matter.
You mean
shaved or fuzzy?
I'll tell you this.
for your partner.
I'll tell you this. When you're trying to have fun, obviously, you don't want nothing in the way of the fun. But there's something about like a little bit of fuzz, just like not too much, but just a little hint.
A little bit of new growth.
A little bit of new, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just something about that.
What about is that like?
Well, I don't discriminate. You feel me?
You know what? You getting it any way you can.
I don't discriminate, but it is like, okay. Something might be going on.
Look, are you okay?
You good? Something might be going on. You still like, But I don't complain. I ain't gonna be complaining, but
that's crazy. Men, y'all different.
But I'm just saying though, we don't discriminate. We might have a little 5 second like, oh, okay. Well, okay, this is where we at. And then after that thought is processed.
And now you just going full force.
The rest is what it is. That thought is processed.
Todd, next question. What's your question? You are crazy. By any means necessary is what I gather.
By any means. Okay. All right, good question.
What?
Let me see. Okay. What can I take off of your plate to make your day better?
Honestly, I don't think there's anything you can really take off my plate because I feel like you're very domestic for a guy or just in general. Like you do cook and clean and help with the kids and give Jaden a bath. And I feel like we do a pretty equal share of things in the house. Mm-hmm. Now, I will say this, selfishly, I had to realize that comes with checking myself. There will be times where we're at a place in life where we're super busy, which is practically all the time. And because I feel like I can never catch a break, if I see you sitting down, I don't say it out loud, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, he need to get up and do something. Mm-hmm. That's how I'll be feeling. But I'm like, realistically, girl, you won't stop until you pass out. Whereas, like, this is a never ending thing. So
Right.
I have to pause at some point. Like, I've already done 20 things today. Whereas I'm the person like, I've done 20 things and I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep going. You know what I mean? So I did have to learn to respect the way you prioritize yourself and your health and your brain and your happiness. But no, I wouldn't ask you to do nothing else. I've come to terms with that. Like, everybody's not gonna want to no one's gonna want to get up at 5 a.m. and clean up or stay up. So, like, I'm okay with that. I think you do a lot in the house, and there's really nothing else you can do that I can think of. If I said something, it would be a lie.
Okay.
Look, don't hype yourself now. Don't hype yourself.
I mean, I kind of already knew some of that, but there are just things that you don't see and things that I don't see. You feel me? So you can still ask.
No, I know I've been cooking a lot more lately than you.
Yeah, y'all. Look, for those, listen.
But I'm okay with it. I like the feeling of cooking I like caring for my family. Like, call it old school, call it whatever. But like, it was a point where he was cooking most of the time. And I don't mean 90%. I'm just saying maybe like 60-40. And 60-40. What you finna say?
65-35. You know,
Babe.
it's a little.
Okay, whatever. I don't really care. He can get his 65. I'm okay with 35. But that's because I was at those times when that happens, I feel like I'm in a grind out phase and somewhere else.
No, yeah, I get it.
So I appreciate the fact that you pick it up and stuff when I'm focusing on something new and vice versa, honestly. But when I'm not way too tied up, I love cooking for my family. I don't know. These men folks be talking about she don't do. I love it. I love to know that my husband gonna wake up to a clean house. I love to know that I done meal prep these meals for the next 2 days, and I don't know. I just love that. I love taking care of y'all.
100%.
I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it.
I do. That's why when I cook, I don't necessarily be like, you need any help? Like, I'm good. I just need. This is my moment to just woosah a bit. Actually,
yeah. Fair.
Like, I'm good.
Okay. Question: have you ever re-gifted a gift? So, like, someone give you a gift, you probably didn't use it, didn't open it.
Nah, I ain't never did that.
No.
Nah, I ain't never. I ain't never done nothing like that.
Would you ever?
I don't think I would.
Oh.
No, I just don't think that's right in a sense.
Not even when you were younger?
No, I never did that.
I did.
No, I've been a part of. What do you call it? Like everybody has like a Santa or something like that.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting.
Like a Secret Santa
type thing, but it's like weird gifts.
Yeah.
But no, I never re-gifted a gift.
I did that one time, but I was young. I was super young.
That's next
I didn't
level.
have no money.
That's next level.
It was a little Bath and Body Works set. Like when they used to wrap them up in the little baskets, and I'd never used it. And this girl got me a gift, and I did not expect her to give me a gift for Christmas. And then I was like, well, I got you this.
Let me ask you this.
But it was unused. And
the time in between, though, like once she gave you that gift and you gave it back.
Oh, I was like, I got yours at home. I'm going to give it to you tomorrow.
But I mean, like, how much time went by?
One day,
yo, yes, next level.
Oh, you mean between the time I got it? I thought you meant how quickly I gave her another.
No, I'm talking about when she gave you that gift and you gave it back.
I gave it to someone else. That's what I mean. Re-gifted to someone else.
Oh, that's what you...
Yeah.
So I thought you was... Well, I still never done that.
I get what you're saying, though. You thought, like you gave me something and then, it's time. No, that's trifling as hell.
That's next level, boy.
No.
I thought you were saying that to where you gave me the gift. Like, I'm going to hold this one a little bit. I gave you the gift back to you.
No, that's ghetto. That is unacceptable. I will just tell you I don't got no gift. I ain't get you nothing. No, re-gifting it to someone else.
No, I still ain't never done that. I still never done that.
I did. But I was, like I said, I was young. I was like 17. Man. And she got that. She got a brand new Bath and Body Works set. I did not expect that girl to give me a gift. That's not so bad.
Gracious. No, that's not so bad. But okay. Well, it's not so bad if you gave it to somebody else.
And I didn't have any money to buy her again.
Yeah, because she doesn't know. All right.
She didn't know.
That's different.
And it was
that's
a
different.
new thing. Someone gave it to me. I was never going to use it. I didn't like the scents.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
different.
was
That's different. That's
Yeah.
totally different. But to give it back to the person that gave it to you,
like,
next level, boy.
No, I ain't do that. That's ghetto. What's your next question? Or did you ask me 3?
No.
Oh,
What is your favorite sex position?
babe. Why are you always going for the jugular?
I don't. I don't. You gotta add a little bit of spice.
You gonna call me boring? Missionary.
Why?
Cause I don't have to do anything. Not too much. I mean, I got to do a little something. A little bit of reciprocation from down there.
You
But
know, some women just lay there.
No, I'm not trying to just lay there.
Just lay. So you know how some guys be like, man, women be doing all this arcing and all this extra stuff, and then get to the bedroom, they just are bored.
No. You gotta reciprocate a little bit, sweetie. Okay, but it's just not as strenuous as. Child, I'm finna get on top.
Say what?
It's not as strenuous as I'm about to get on top. The thighs be hurting.
So it's more of a workout than.
It is. It be too much going on. Obviously, I'm gonna do it, but I would prefer that you do all the work. That's the preference.
Gracious.
That's the preference. But we equal though. Don't be acting like we don't split it.
Sometimes. And okay, since you like percentages to like 90-10, 80-20.
Call it what you want.
Exactly.
At least I reciprocate. That's the big
Exactly.
thing. You don't seem to have a problem with it.
75-25.
Okay, I like that you
That's
coming
the best,
to your
that's
senses.
the best. That's the best. That's the best I'm gonna give you. 75-25. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just saying.
I don't want to get too detailed, but I beg to differ. I'm gonna say 60-40, only because we always switch to the the Nella thing.
60-40 Nola.
Mm-hmm.
Nola 60-40, bro.
Mm-hmm.
60-40. Who said that?
Me,
No,
Ty,
I'm
we
talking
always
about like the tone. 60-40. What? Oh, that was Bernie back in you probably didn't watch it. In
I
Soul
did
Man.
not.
In Soul Man, when he was talking to oh my god, bro.
In what?
Soul Man, when it was him and it was the cap. Oh my! I cannot believe I can't think of his name right now.
I don't know.
What's in your wallet? Capital One.
I didn't
Bald
watch.
head.
Is this a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
I'm embarrassed. Am I really black? Is this like a black
I cannot
classic?
believe I can't think of his name right now.
Soul Man? I don't even know. Is that a movie?
Yeah, Bernie. Yes, it's a movie, and the other guy had the braids. I'm so trifling,
I didn't
bro.
watch it. I didn't watch it. You know I don't watch many movies.
Man,
so.
listen, I got to pull it up right quick. I got to show you right quick.
Mm-mm.
But when he was like 60-40, talking about 60-40.
Yeah, 60-40 is correct.
60-40, 75-25.
Because I think you're forgetting about when we switch.
Samuel L. Jackson. I'm so trifling.
You are very trifling.
Yeah, I'm very trifling. You never seen this movie?
I've never seen that movie.
When he was like, I'm going to go eat a steak the size of your back and all. Okay, you got to watch.
Seen
okay.
it.
Anyways.
Never seen it.
Anyways.
Yeah, 60-40, whatever he said.
Yeah,
60-40.
Do it again.
What you say? 60-40?
60-40.
Oh, 60-40.
Yeah, like Bernie Mac. You got to say it like Bernie Mac.
I'm just copying you.
You don't do that shit to me.
I didn't
I'm
watch
Floyd
it, baby.
Henderson.
What he said? 60-40.
I guess. Anyways. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Real Cozy Talks.
Mm-hmm.
Please subscribe.
Yes.
Like.
Get us to 100 subscribers.
Share this video. We need for your auntie and your uncles to see this.
Child.
Share this.
Amen. Cheers.
And be sure to follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. That's it.
That's it. Real Cozy Talks. Those are only 3 right now. Thanks for watching.
Until next time.
Cheers.
Peace.